I reflected on this word stela, and I thought, I'm thinking of something like a fairy. Well, that's a bit strange, although a fairy can be in some sense a delightful messenger from the other world, if you like. An angel, a stela. And I was also thinking earlier, I know, isn't a stela something like a post, or is it like a cenotaph or a spike? Like that one outside of, is it the White House, or is it, in the United States, in Washington? Yeah. So I thought perhaps my searching on the net for what the word means, stela, didn't lead me quite to where I'll look up in my old dictionary. And when I'm in my old dictionary, I mean one that my mum gave me because she felt I should have a very good dictionary. And I mean, she wasn't a university person or anything, so she just chose this particular popularly known, probably a dictionary, which it's held together by lots of brown tape because it's very old. So first published in 1956. This is a reprint of 1958, and it's the New Comprehensive Dictionary. This is the title page. This is on the right-hand side. Editors Alexander Irvine and Irvine. And on the left-hand side is this lovely coloured plate of the royal family, which is the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh. My goodness, he's a young man. He looks as though he might still be in his 20s, prematurely balding, but very young face. And the Queen, the photograph is a bit retouched, and she looks slightly opaque, a bit sort of blank, with her crown on. I mean, complete, in utter royal regalia. There's this magnificent purple robe trailing down from her rather posh, not quite throne, but very posh chair there, onto the down the steps and so on ahead of her, and she's wearing this magnificent white dress, of course, and the crown that you're coronated with in England. And in a picture in the background is supposedly a view of a cathedral-like place, Westminster Cathedral, I would imagine, and that's probably, it's not really a photo, it's totally artificial, I think. The whole setup's a bit, but magnificent, you see. Anyway, enough describing my dictionary. The important thing is the definition it gives for stela. Let me just happen upon it again. P-S-T-A-S-T-L. I found it far faster just now. Stela, spelled S-T-E-L-A or S-T-E-L-E. An ancient upright stone tablet or pillar on which laws, etc. were carved. And from the Greek, stela, to set, to stand. So presumably we get the idea of the word star, although that's spelt and referred to further down, AR at the end, stellar, pertaining to or like a star. And then again it says Latin, stella, a star. I see, so stella, or stella, was of Greek origin, to set or to stand. And the connection, I don't know, between Greek and Latin, pretty close in my mind, thinking of Roman Empire and so on, and culture. I don't know. But, well. Exactly right, isn't it? A stela. A pillar on which is written laws and so on. In other words, things that are not to be changed, or would not change. I mean, it's written in stone. Well, I mean, in a sense, the Ten Commandments, and in the notion of the story, isn't it, that they're written on stone. Interestingly, in that story, of course, they were broken. Moses threw them down in disgust at the way the people were not being true to God, which was not surprising, given they were not a born-again people. They were secular people who had, their link with God had vanished for a few days while he was up the mountain, and so they carried on the way they'd always carried on until he came back. Oh dear. But anyway, yes, a stela, an ancient upright stone tablet or pillar on which laws, etc. were carved. Well, the greatest stone monument I can think of in history is, in science, and long lasting, is the pyramid. And there are other temples that do. All the temples seem to be trying to speak something about the eternalness of God to us, albeit in astronomical data and so on. A language itself that was meant to speak to us. It's an even deeper language in a way, isn't it? It's a language that's also coming from his primordial, is the word I want to use, creation of, when you look into space, you're looking into deep history, aren't you? Millions of years ago, some of the light's coming to us. Billions of years ago. That stars in heaven are associated with glory revealed in the past, meant to be a message to us now. Wow. And to the point, though, let me return to what's important here for us. Your words and my words, words of our mouth, written in stone in some sense, recorded, whether it's written down, whether it's recorded in the cloud, YouTube. I don't think YouTube's going to last forever, do you? But do you see, let your words be in stellar form, that as many as possible may be blessed by your conversation between you and God for the benefit of us all. Bless you, and you are blessed. Thank you, Dad.